Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Niara Alexis. I cover hair, makeup, a little bit of lifestyle and luxury, and today I'm gonna be sharing with you my full cheek routine. So that's bronzer, blush, and highlight, and how to get a seamless, glowy look. So if you need help with that, then just keep watching. Before we get into today's video, I do just want to say we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers and I'm so excited. And I do have a big giveaway of all of my favorite products I've talked about over the years with you guys. So if you are enjoying the content that you're seeing here on my channel, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Alright y'all, you gotta excuse me. You're gonna hear lots of coughing and clearing of the throats because your girl has COVID. I'm feeling much better now, but a couple days ago I thought I was going to the upper room. So the first thing I start with is bronzer when it comes to cheek product, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer. I believe I did a full review of it. If I did, I will link it down below. I use the shade Hazelnut, and I am just using this Makeup by Mario EF1. It's a dual-sided brush, so one side is fluffy, one side is flat, and I'm using the flat side. I pick up a generous amount of this. If you are new to makeup or just new to like contouring and bronzer in general, you could go with a shade that's like maybe closer to your skin tone, or just pick up less product. So I usually do a line like this, and then I come back up with a little angle, so it creates like a little acute triangle. If you know your geometry, that's a little small one. All right, so to blend out our cheeks, I like to use a brush that is a little bit more stiff, that doesn't have as much give, it's not as flimsy. So this is the Amicole True Complexion brush. You guys have seen me use this brush before. I really like it. It's a nice little brush. So I just start with a patting motion. You don't need to like rub this aggressively or anything, especially not with this product because it is super creamy, and one of the reasons why I like it is that it does blend in so easily. A dupe for this product, I feel like, it's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. It's a much smaller package, which is like the only qualm I have with it, but other than that, the product itself works really good. All right, so we're gonna move on to our blush, you guys. So the blush I'm using today is the Rare Beauty blush. This is in the shade Grateful. I personally feel like when it comes to your cheeks, if you're using a cream bronzer, I opt for a cream or a liquid blush and more of a creamier maybe highlight. I just like to keep all of the textures together, so creams with creams and powders with powders. I feel like the way that I can get my cheek product to blend together well is using one brush for my contour or bronzer and my blush, and I'm just gonna do that same motion that I did for my bronzer. I'm just patting this into the skin, and I also like to bring my blush up to my temples, like a little bit more of an exaggerated blush. I do go further like underneath my eyes a little bit, as you can see here. Like I'm getting into this territory like where I applied my concealer, but I don't do the whole mix of concealer with the blush thing that you've been saying. I don't really do that. So now I'm gonna apply my setting powder, which you wouldn't normally think. You think this is more of like an under eye like step, but it's important because you wanna make sure that it is covering that cheek product. So I like to use a puff. I've told you guys why. It just gives you like a much better airbrushed finish, I feel like. And I have these, like I get a pack of these from Amazon. I'll have them linked down below in my Amazon storefront, but they work wonders, like way better than a sponge and way better than I ever thought. And that's why I say it's best, in my opinion, to apply cream with cream, because I want to set that together so it just like it becomes one, you know? So I know I always preaching like cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlight. This is a cream-esque highlight, okay? So this is the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette. I don't know which one this is because it doesn't say on here, but it says melted creams and powders. And there are ones in here that you can definitely tell are more of a cream consistency and ones that are more of a powder. So I'm gonna dip into Aruba and Bora Bora, and I just take my brush and I'm just boop, 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 boop. No real like rhyme or reason to it. And I just dust this and not even dust. I'm doing the same motion, patting this at the top of my cheekbones and pressing it into the skin. Another method, if you like a really soft highlight application, you could use a damp sponge. So if you use a sponge to apply your powder, using a damp sponge to apply your highlight will give you a very soft application. Like if you just want a little bit of something but not a very like bright, like harsh highlight, you know. So I'm just dipping and dabbing in between both of these. So that's all the highlight I'm gonna put on, and then I'm gonna go back with my puff and I just dab on top of it. All right, y'all, so that's it for my cheeks today. As you can see, we have the highlight, the blush, the bronzer, and it all marries together. I feel like personally, like you should not be able to tell the difference between where you place your highlight and your bronzer and your blush. It should all sort of like marry together, but at the same time, you don't need to be bringing your highlight all the way down here. You know, like there's a fine medium, but I feel like if you follow the steps I gave you, you should be good. I will link all the products below, and yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.